A limited quantity of pre-orders for the Nintendo Switch will begin on January 13th at 9 a.m. while supplies last at the New York City Nintendo store. A limited supply. Now, there's a couple of different ways that we can look at this. Number one, maybe, just maybe, since Nintendo's retail store isn't usually a place where people go to buy consoles, maybe they're saving them for other places. Maybe they're making sure that GameStop has plenty of them. Maybe they're making sure that Best Buy has plenty of them. But if Nintendo's past is any precedent at all, Nintendo does not have very many Switches made. Or at least they don't have enough for the US, which is, again, just ridiculous. I find it so irritating that Nintendo cannot seem to ship a product so that people can buy it. We just want to give them money. That's all. Nintendo, let us give you money. Just accept our money and send us a Switch. Open up an online store. Say, make your orders now. We will send them to you as soon as we can, but stop making us wait in line outside in the cold. It's so stupid. Nintendo, we're all looking at you, and we're smacking our foreheads because we cannot figure out why you won't listen to us. I know that I've said in the past that Nintendo is afraid to leave product on the shelf. They don't want to order too much. That's why we have pre-orders. You don't limit the supply of pre-orders. You take all the pre-orders that you can, and then you fulfill them. I understand that there's a limited number that you can make in that amount of time, but all you do is you say to the customer, we'll pretend for a moment that we've got a date of March 31st or something. You say to the customer, this entitles you to a Nintendo Switch, which we will ship to you on or after March 31st. Problem solved. You've got our money. We don't have to wait outside in line. Screw GameStop. Forget Best Buy. We're not interested in going to those places. We just want to give our money to Nintendo and have Nintendo give us what we want, which is a console. They couldn't figure it out with the Amiibos. They couldn't figure it out with the NES Classic. You still can't find the NES Classic anywhere. They haven't figured it out with the controllers for the NES Classic, the ridiculous 2.5 foot long corded controller for the NES Classic. I have one. I can't find a second one. Right now, my son and I are playing games on there, and whoever draws the short straw is the one that gets stuck using the Wii controller on there. We just want to give you money, and in exchange, you give us stuff. We would prefer that you just cut out the middleman, Nintendo, because if you cut out the middleman, there'll be more profit for you. Now, I understand there's a reason why you go through the quote-unquote middleman. If you go through the middleman, then they're more likely to carry your products. And when people go into those stores, those brick-and-mortar shops, and they see your products on the shelf alongside with the Sony products and the Microsoft products, well, now you've piqued their curiosity. So I understand that you want to get shelf space and that the brick-and-mortar stores in the United States are pushing you around and saying, listen, don't do online, don't sell your console yourself. If you want our shelf space, you're going to sell it through us. I go on Amazon, I find the product that says not available. Now, hopefully that'll change. But here's the thing. I feel like if I try and buy the system online, I'm going to hit that button and it's going to be sold out immediately. Instantaneously, like the flash on crack. It's going to be gone. It's going to be vanished. Like Kaiser Soze. Soze? Soze. I said that wrong. I'm going to leave it in. All right? Nintendo, you got to figure this out because it's making your most rabid fans very angry with you. We just don't understand what the problem is. Can you just talk to us and tell us what the problem is? Maybe if you explain yourself, we'll understand. Chances are you can't explain yourself because you're just too conservative of a company. You're very, very conservative in your ways, and you don't want to look bad. But every time that you do this scarcity problem because you can't do pre-orders the right way, that makes you look inept. It makes you look unprofessional. I don't have to worry about getting a PS4 or an Xbox One on the first day because those companies are putting out as many as they can. They have the dials at the factory cranked up to 35. They're zipping out the door faster than you can say rutabaga. Well, I don't know why I picked rutabaga, but that's what I picked. So Nintendo, take a hint from the competition. Look at what they're doing. They're selling consoles as fast as they can, and that's what you should be doing too. The idea that you sold less than 200,000 $60 NES classics is ridiculous when they were selling for hundreds of dollars on eBay. That's a lot of money that you left on the table. That's a lot of money that is still sitting on the table. And the time for the NES Classic has probably passed. I don't think that people are going to be as hyped about it now that the holidays are over. This is a system where families would have gathered around and celebrated their nostalgia for Nintendo. It would have brought hype for the Switch to even greater heights. But right now, you're sitting in this place where the hype for the Switch is at this ridiculously high fervor, especially within the gaming community, and even people I know who don't play video games have asked me about the Nintendo Switch. You have got everybody in the palm of your hand, and instead of closing your hand and putting them in your pocket, you're just turning your hand over and letting everybody fall away. Why? Because you don't want to leave stuff on the store shelves, because you are inept, because you are unprofessional. Nintendo, you can do so much better than this. I think that you guys are the greatest gaming company that has ever existed. I am one of your biggest fans. And there's millions of other people who are your biggest fans, but none of them can give you money. And you're a business. That's really what this is all about.